Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cosmic Peek, where we take a peek into the cosmos. So, for today's reading, we're going to be finding out how your next date will go. Who's it going to be with? Where is it going to be at? And the vibe of the date. So, for today, we have 3 piles. Pile 1 is the Knight of Wands, Pile 2 is the Nine of Pentacles, and Pile 3 is the Page of Cups. Take your time, listen to your intuition, and pick whichever card calls to you. Okay, let's get into it. A pile 1, for those who chose the Knight of Wands, this is your reading. And I already pre-shuffled some cards. And first, let's see who you will be going on a date with next. We have the Knight of Wands, representing the person you're going on a date with next. Also, we have King of Wands, representing their energy. So right off the bat, this person is probably very fiery, especially with the Knight of Wands confirming the card you chose, Knight of Wands. This person is probably very energetic, very creative, maybe physically attractive with this King of Wands energy because that is Leo energy. So this person could be physically attractive. This person could also maybe be an entrepreneur, maybe have their own business. With the Knight of Wands, that's Sag energy. Could be very easy to get along with, very talkative, maybe kind of blunt or impulsive a little bit because fire is fast. It's a very impulsive energy. Also, when I initially was shuffling the cards, before the cards came out, I was picturing an individual with red hair. So, and then when the cards came out, they also have red hair. So your person could have red hair, you could have red hair, or the color red could just be important for this next date that you're going to go on. We have also misty-eyed. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to focus it. There we go. Misty-eyed. We also have happy and 6 foot. Now this is a general reading, so take everything with a grain of salt, but those are possibilities. So with misty-eyed, when I initially wrote the card, I was thinking of the song Misty by, I believe his name is Johnny Mathis or Mathis, and the song is a very romantic song. I believe one line in the song, he says he hears violins play as the girl he likes starts walking towards him. So it could be that this person you're going on a date with feels very romantic energy with you, very attracted to you, very romantically interested in you. And then 6 foot is kind of self-explanatory. They could be tall, but also maybe not. Again, this is a general reading, so not everything is going to resonate for everyone. And happy, which makes sense with Sagittarian energy. Sagittarians are very optimistic typically, very happy-go-lucky. So that totally makes sense. Next, let's find out where this might be taking place. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Wands. The 7 of Pentacles. And the Moon card. So right off the bat, I notice there's 2 sevens, so sevens could be important here. Maybe the date will be at 7 o'clock, maybe even at 7 in the morning. Honestly, I'm getting possible outside vibes with the way the Knight of Pentacles card looks and the 7 of Pentacles and how there's like a tree with roots. So it could be outside, and the 7 of Wands energy looks very kind of spiritual or very internal, meaning like maybe it's a very peaceful date. So I'm getting the vibes of maybe going on a hike somewhere. It could be a hike. This date could also take some time. The Knight of Pentacles is naturally a very slow moving card, and 7 of Pentacles is about waiting. So it could be that if you're going on a hike, again, if it's at like 7 a.m., I don't know if you're an early bird like that, but maybe this person wants to go on a hike with you in the morning or something like that. Also, there's a little bit of hidden energy here. So it could be that for some of you, especially with the fiery person like this, they could be very spontaneous, right? And so what they could do is be like, hey, we're going on a date. just pick something to wear. I'm not telling you where it is. I'm not telling you what we're going to do. We're just going to go do it, and you kind of just have to go along with it. That's also something. Another thing, if it's not hiking or if it's not something spontaneous, maybe it's something like where it's dark. So it could be like inside of a theater or like at the movies. Could be something like that as well. Next, let's see how the date is going to go, maybe the vibes of the date. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Death card. Don't worry, it doesn't mean like anyone's dying or anything. That's not what the Death card means. We also have the Fool. So with the Fool, you could be doing something that you haven't done before. The Fool is typically can mean like just, oh, the Fool card also means like trusting. So again, if you're going with a spontaneous partner or a spontaneous friend, it could just be that they're like, get your stuff, let's go, and you just have to trust them and trust that you're gonna have a good time. But if it's not spontaneous person, then it could just mean that you're doing something for the first time. Also, she has like, I think you call it a hacky sack here. So again, you could be hiking, maybe like they take a little, like picnic food or something like that, and they have like a little bag where they have the food, and you guys are just going for a hike. With Death, that's all about transformation. So you could be, again, doing something for the first time. Also, though, the way that the horse looks kind of like exhausted in a way, like he's huffing or she. I don't want to gender the horse. The horse is whatever gender it wants to be. But it looks like the horse could be exhausted. So you guys could be doing something physical, which would make sense with the Knight of Wands energy because that is a very fire signs typically like to do very physical things, going on a walk, going for a run, going outside, doing something physical like that. Also, with the Ace of Swords, you could get clarity on the date. So maybe let's say you're going on this date and you're not really sure what you guys are to each other, or you don't have a good understanding of the type of person they are. Maybe after this date, you'll see that maybe they do something and you're like, oh, okay, I didn't, this gives you more clarity on the person. Or maybe you guys just have really good conversations during the date. If you're hiking again, that's a great time to have a conversation with someone, get to know them, ask them questions. You're telling them about yourself, you're getting information about them. So yes, that's what I'm seeing there. And for a little bit of extra information, we have flag here and we have curtain call. So this kind of looks like, she's reached the top of a mountain. So again, you could be hiking. Maybe even they fire signs kind of also like competition, especially Aries. So maybe they make it a little competition, or whoever makes it to the top first, gets a prize or just bragging rights. Maybe they make it like that, get a little competitive, or you're doing a task during the date that they make into a little fun competition. With curtain call, I think I said earlier that it could be in like a theater or something. I think with the moon, I saw that it could be in a dark area. So yeah, with curtain call, some of you could be going to a show, maybe a theater performance or a movie of some sort. But yes, that's what I'm seeing for pile one and your guys' next date. Hopefully you guys have fun on this date. And have a nice day. See you next time. Bye. Hey, pile two, for those who chose the Nine of Pentacles, this is your reading. I already pre-shuffled some cards, and first let's find who you will be going on this date with next. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Swords and the Devil card. And don't worry about the Devil card. It doesn't mean that they're evil, nothing like that. So first, let's start off with the Devil card. The Devil card represents Capricorn energy. This person could be very business, career, money focused, especially with the other Pentacle energy here, Nine of Pentacles, the card you chose. is about someone who's very self-sufficient, self-reliant, especially when it comes to their money. They don't really need help with that. They got it on their own, maybe even self-made. With the Three of Pentacles, that's also a work environment energy. It's about working with others. So this person could be very work, career focused. With the Seven of Swords is typically about, it can be about secrecy. So this person may be very secretive of their innermost desires and their feelings and stuff like that. They may be very cold when it comes to that, or like closed off, like very distant in that manner. And that doesn't mean that's how they will be with you. That could just be their energy generally, or towards like the typical stranger that comes up to them. They're not going to just let someone into their life that they don't know that well. They may require someone to show that they're trustworthy before letting them into their life like that. Okay, let's get a little bit more information about this person. They could be a cat lover. Maybe they have a cat, love cats. I'm also seeing that as their energy themselves. They could be like a cat. You know how cats don't really, they show when they want affection and they only want affection during some time. So it could be that where they, aren't always affectionate, but they'll show when they are. And cats are also very independent. So maybe that's the vibe that they give off. Maybe they feel like they don't really need anyone else. They're very self-sufficient. They're good on their own. They don't need you to get them anything, much like a cat. Cats only really require you to get them like food and water. Other than that, they can like play on their own or like walk around, very to themselves. We also have cold personality. So again, this person that goes with the Seven of Swords energy, they could just be very closed off, come off kind of cold, not really want to let you into their life like that. Again, this could be with other people. It doesn't mean this is how they act with you. We also have cocky. This person could make, let's say they make a lot of money, right? Because there's a lot of pinnacle energy here. Let's say that they make a lot of money, they're self-made, they're good looking, so they get a little cocky where they're like, yeah, I'm the man, I'm the woman, I'm the person. I don't really need anyone else. I'm good on my own. I'm like the full package. And that's just a vibe that they come off with. Next, let's find out where this date might be taking place. So we have the Six of Wands. We have the Star card. We have the Sun card. And the Three of Cups. Right off the bat, I see a lot of light. So this could be in a very well lit area. Honestly, I'm seeing a lot of outside energy here. So if it's maybe at night, maybe there's a lot of stars out. If it's during the day, the sun is shining bright. Even in the Six of Wands, which is typically like a performance, there's like spotlights, right? So this could be a concert or a celebration of some sort. Maybe there's a place where there's a stage. Maybe you're in a field somewhere with the Three of Cups and the sun. It looks like they're in a field. Also, the star. She looks like she's in a field. So it could be a concert of some sort. There's probably going to be a lot of people there. Three of Cups also gives a vibe of a celebration. Definitely outside though. I feel like or definitely in a well-lit area. There's a lot of light. Next, let's see how the vibe of the date will be. How will the date go? We have the star. So, okay, we have the star twice here. Okay, let's see more before I say anything. We have Black Newman. We have the Four of Cups. Seven of Cups. Two of Pentacles. And we have the Ten of Swords. Okay. So let's say that this is at a concert, right? The star can be showing that there is a celebrity there, which would make sense. Maybe it's like someone you've been wanting to see for a really long time, your favorite singer, your favorite rapper. Honestly, though, for the vibe of the dates, I feel like you may feel you're not getting enough attention. With the Four of Cups here, that's about someone not seeing something, and the placement of the bodies in a couple of these cards, like the dog is walking away from the other dog. This bird is looking at this person here, but the person is looking away. And with the Seven of Cups, that's like a lot going on. So it could be, again, that there's a lot of people there, and that's why you feel like maybe they're not giving you attention. Or if it's at a concert, right? Concerts aren't really a place where you can have deep conversations and get to know someone because it's so loud there. There's so many people there. It's kind of chaotic that there's not time for that. And it could be that. Or maybe it's a party or something, and let's say this person is talking to other people, or maybe their friends there. It's like a friend, they invited their friends as well. Or like, let's say you're going to this concert and you guys are going there on a date, but maybe they also have other friends that are there, or they like meet someone that they're like, oh, I didn't know you like this person, and they like see an old friend or something, and you feel like they're bonding with that other person more than you, and you're like, this is a date between us, like, I want more attention. It could be that vibe. Also, with the Ten of Swords, that can be about mental or physical pain. So, if it's like, let's say it's a concert, maybe the music is really loud, or you're standing for long periods of time, so your like back hurts or your head hurts. It could be that, or again, you could just be feeling some type of way because you're like, this person isn't giving me the energy that I thought that they would. Like maybe we should have went on a different type of date because this isn't helping us deepen our relationship at all. With the Two of Pentacles, that can be about balancing something or in between something. So again, maybe you feel like they're balancing you between someone else. If they're talking to someone else, they are kind of, you feel like they should be more attentive to you, and you feel like they're not really doing that. It could be that. Um, or you may not be very sure about this person. Like let's say this during this date or after this date, you're like, you can go either way, where you may want to go on a date with them again or you may not. It's just kind of like in the balance. Okay, let's get some extra information about the date. So we have headache. Headache is typically about poor health or literally a headache. So like I said, maybe your back hurts if it's a concert, you've been standing for a long time. Also, though, with headache, I'm getting maybe you get like sick before the date. So let's use a concert scenario. Let's say you've been planning this for months with this person, and you're like, I can't wait till I see, SZA, Doja Cat, or Taylor Swift or somebody, and you're going to see them, and you're like, I'm not gonna miss this chance to see this star that I've been wanting to see my whole life, or I'm not gonna miss this chance to go on this date with this person that I've wanted to go on for a while. And even though you feel sick or you have a headache, you're like, I'm gonna push through and I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna miss this opportunity. I will say though, if you do that, please wear a mask so you don't get other people sick. Um, Also, though, this could be maybe after the date. So, this is for my 21 and older people. Maybe you drink a little bit at the concert and you get hung over after the fact. So, that could be also a possibility. But, side note, this is from my biology teacher. So, if this doesn't work, don't come for me. But again, my 21 and olders, um, my biology teacher said that if you drink as much water or more water than you do alcohol, you won't feel as bad the next day, because when you're consuming a lot of alcohol, that dehydrates you. And so you feel so bad the next day because your body is really dehydrated. So if you replenish your body with water and electrolytes, you won't feel as bad the next day. So I don't know if you want to try that out, but if it doesn't work, don't come for me. That was for my biology teacher, not me. So yeah, headache is definitely a possibility, maybe during the day or after. Could be from the music, could be you feeling bad before or feeling bad after. You also have hammock. Hammock can be about being in between two things. Oh, again, yeah, with the Two of Pentacles. So I'm not too sure what the suspended. Again, it could be that you're not sure of the person and you're like, I don't know if I want to continue dating them or go on another date with them, or you feel like they're balancing between two things as far as you and another person or you and other people. It could be that as well. And finally, we have the Yes card. But rather than, oh, it actually says event here. So again, maybe you're going to an event, you're going to a concert, a performance. But if it is, I think it's outside. But again, yeah, I'm looking at this field here, and I think earlier I commented on the fields. I think there were fields in, yeah, the Sun card and the Three of Cups. Yeah, so you could be in a field during this date. That's what I'm seeing for you. If you do end up going on this date, hopefully you have fun. Hopefully you don't get sick. And have a nice day. See you again next time. Bye. Hey, pile 3, for those who chose the Page of Cups, this is your reading. I've already pre-shuffled the cards, and first let's find out who you will be going on this date with next. We have the Knight of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles to describe the person you're going on a date with. Firstly, I want to mention this person could have water in their chart, with the Knight of Cups, which represents Pisces energy, and Page of Cups, which represents all the water signs, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This person could be dreamy, they could fantasize a lot, they could be romantic. Also, with the way the Knight is presenting the cup and the Page is presenting the coin, makes me think that this person is a giver. They probably like giving advice, offering help, giving gifts. Also, with the Page of Pentacles, this person could be an entrepreneur of some sort. They could have just recently started their own business or recently started something new financially. Also, the Two of Swords is typically about making a decision. The person is deciding whether to stay on land where they've always been, always lived, always felt safe, or venture out into the water where it's unknown but could be beneficial. And I keep looking at the water in this card, so I feel like when it comes to decisions, this person makes the decision based on their heart, so heart over mind. So they do what feels right rather than what makes sense, like what's logical. They focus on what feels right in that moment in time. For some more information on your person, we have small hands, we have painted nails, short legs, and smart. So with smart, they could be, maybe they did start their own business or something new financially. Also, take these little cards here with a grain of salt. This is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for everyone. Also, with painted nails, that doesn't mean that they actually have color on their nails. It could just mean that they like to keep their nails manicured, and maybe they have something as simple as clear gloss over their nails. Now let's get into where this date might take place. We have the Fool, Temperance, Four of Wands, and the Hierophant. Okay, let's start off with the Fool. The Fool is typically about having trust or faith in something, and the way that she's falling is making me think of trusting. So you could be doing something new during this date that you haven't done before, where you require trust, where you require faith. Also, with the wings in the Temperance card and the high stairway in the Hierophant, is making me think of like tall or high, like distances, so like tall heights. You could be going to a building that is very tall. You could be doing something as extreme as jumping out of a plane or going on a plane, or bungee jumping, something like that, where it's a tall, like far in the sky, or it can be long distance, like on the ground. So maybe you're traveling a long distance by car or train. Mostly car though, especially with the way that their hair is whipping in the wind, makes me think of, there's like wind on you. So again, if you're falling from a tall height, if you're jumping out of a plane or bungee jumping, that could be the reason your hair is moving. Or if you're in a car, maybe the windows are down and that's why your hair is whipping, but that's the vibe I'm getting. Also, you're probably going to enjoy this date with the Four of Wands. They look like they're having a good time, and the facial expression of the Hierophant gives off the vibe that they're enjoying it, so you could be enjoying it. There could be some type of celebration. Also, with the like tent here and the grounds and the Four of Wands, this is reminding me of like a little hut or a little facility where you could go before you jump out of a plane. So I don't know if you know this, but most of the time, before you can just jump out of a plane, you have to go through this whole process of learning what to do, what not to do. It's kind of like a little class you have to sit through and, sign waivers and everything. So that's making me think of that, like a little building or little hut that you would go to before you jump out of a plane. So it could be that. Four of Wands also represents celebration. So there could be some type of celebration involved. Maybe maybe you're going to a party and it's in a high building, or this specific uh, company that does the jumping out of a plane celebrates you as make your way off of the plane. Also, this date could take place like right in the middle of the day, or it can be an all day process. With the Temperance card and the way the moon and sun is making me think that it could be like from morning to night or night to morning, or just right in the middle of the day. Okay, now let's get into the vibe of the date, the energies of the date. First, we have strength. Then we have Page of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Pentacles and White Newman. White Newman is specific to this deck. It's not in any other deck. So let's start off with White Newman. White Newman is all about creation, something new. Honestly, I feel like after this date or during this date, there's some new creation or next step in the relationship, especially with strength. I feel like during or after this date, your guys' bond is like strengthened. So I don't know if you guys are just friends initially before the date, and then after you want to make it more than friends, or if you're already dating and maybe you take it to the next step of, okay, now we're going to be partners in a monogamous relationship. Or it could be if you're already, dating and everything, it could be, okay, move in with me, especially with this Page of Pentacles here. Oh, wait. Yeah, you guys got Page of Pentacles twice. So they could be offering something like that. Like, do you want to move in with me, or do you want to, be more than what we are, especially with the Knight of Cups representing their vibe or their energy. They could be the type to profess their love or do some grand gesture. And I guess that would make sense why something as extreme as jumping out of a plane or bungee jumping or something like that, or going to some celebration. They could be, even for some of you, even so much as proposing. They could be proposing. Yes, and then with Eight of Pentacles, there's some form of work involved, of like hard work. So it could be a simple, okay, let's use the jumping out of a plane scenario. Before jumping out of a plane, like I said, that process of having to sign those waivers and go through that whole process of learning what to do, what not to do, that can be seen as some level of work, some level of having to learn something before you can do it. So it could be that, but definitely I'm seeing a leveling up in the relationship, some creation of a new aspect in the relationship, strengthening the bond in between you two, and an offer of something, and something tangible. It's not it's not something that they would go back on or anything. The Page of Pentacles is very stable. So I feel like whatever they offer you, they're serious about. And they feel it in their, heart. It's not like a just on a whim, just, oh, let me do this. No, this is something that they're making a decision on what they feel. Because remember, Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups, and that decision I was talking about earlier, where they make decisions based on their heart. It's something that they feel. So if they do offer you something as far as the next step in the relationship, or a proposal of some kind, or they profess their feelings, it's something that they genuinely feel. But I do think you will enjoy the date. Okay, and let's get a little bit more information on the date. We have a diamond. So, and it says commitment here. So again, they could be offering some level of commitment. Even, the diamond is making me think of an engagement ring, or like a diamond ring. So it could be that. If not an engagement ring for like marriage, it could be like maybe a promise ring of some sort. It could be that. Also have Phoenix here, which is all about transformation. And the way that the phoenix is spreading its wings is making me think of opening up, being vulnerable. So again, they could profess their feelings, or, put themselves out there, put their heart on the line and tell you, I really like you. I want to move our relationship to the next level. It could be something like that. And again, creating a new level to the relationship, a new aspect. And also have a time frame here. It says winter, and within 9 to 12 months. So because this is a timeless reading, it can be 9 to 12 months from when you watch it, or winter, the next winter that's coming up. Actually, we're in what? April, the beginning of April right now when I'm recording this, and I think winter is within that 9 to 12 month frame. So for a lot of you, if you're watching this at the time that I uploaded, maybe this date will come up during December, January, February, so the end of next year, the ending of this year, beginning of next year. And that's what I see for your next date. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you do go on this date, hopefully you have fun, and see you guys next time.